a 6'9" tight end, boy, that'll be something to see. So the Carolina Panthers made a move yesterday that had a lot of people buzzing, signing 6'9" Coastal Carolina basketball player, not football player, basketball player, Colin Granger. Now, this is one of those situations that could go either way, right? We've seen this happen in the past before. We've seen guys like Antonio Gates, Jimmy Graham, Tony Gonzalez, and somewhat more recently inactive George Fant go from playing primarily basketball or playing both to going into the NFL. Now, in the case of Colin Granger, his situation is a little bit different, seeing that he hasn't played organized football since the 8th grade, right? I was thinking about this. Now, athleticism is athleticism, so it's going to transition on some level. But at the same time, when you get around the NFL, some guys just have the natural ability to just be like, almost like controlled violent, if you will, like being able to hit pads on, stuff like that. And then some guys get to the league and it becomes a complete culture shock, when they get there. You would hope in this situation that he would at least understand, like, yo, you're going to get hit and you're going to get hit hard, right? Because I was watching a clip with Saquon Barkley where he was talking about his welcome to the NFL moment, right? And he's, running, trying to get away from Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers grabs him and he tries to like swat his arm down and like his arm didn't move. And he was just kind of like, oh, okay, so yeah, I realize there's a much different type of player in the NFL than what I faced at Penn State.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story. Julius Peppers, obviously unbelievable talent. My rookie year, we had a play. I broke it outside and kind of got blown dead. I think it was a flag on it. And he had me like right here, like had like by my shoulder pads. And like, I'm like, he's trying me. So I went like this, like I tried to hit his arm down and didn't move. And I tried to hit it again and didn't move. And then I'm looking at him like, all right, bro, like, come on, like, let me go. And then that's like when I realized that like, there's a difference between like grown men strength and like being strong in the weight room. And yeah, that was probably like my most humbling moment of my life, not just on the football field, but as a man too. Because like in that moment, like I definitely would needed help.
That's probably the first arm in a while that you haven't been able to move.
Yeah. Usually it was like it's easy. Yeah, that was like he's strong. Like I'm strong, but he's like super strong, and like that was a moment for me.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's John Farmer. And what's the one thing that causes more frustrations for sports fans while watching your favorite game? Penalties. These flags have the ability to alter the outcome of games, keeping you out of the playoffs, or possibly worse, winning a Super Bowl, which leaves us feeling helpless and voiceless. Well, not any longer. Introducing Penalty Verdict, the ultimate penalty voting experience. With Penalty Verdict, you can vote on penalty calls in real time on both NFL and college football games. Engage with a community of football fans who desire fair play and accountability, and unlock the next dimension of sports by engaging with real-time polling referees, players, and teams. Penalty Verdict is in the developmental stages and would love to hear from you. What features would you like to see on the app for the upcoming football season? Make sure to go to penaltyverdict.com, sign up to join the mailing list, and give your information and your feedback for the upcoming football season. Look, this is going to be an absolutely revolutionary app for us to be able to vote in real time. I love this. Penaltyverdict.com, join the waiting list, wait for the revolution to begin. So I think the similar situation happens here. But if nothing else, two things are really cool. Number one, Colin's response to being able to basically overcome any obstacle in your life and get to the next level of doing something that he didn't even necessarily have in the cards for him to do. So I want you to listen to this response to him getting signed by the Panthers today.
Anything, and I mean anything, that you want to do in life, you can do. And do not let a single tell you anything else. Because it's a month ago, I was playing college basketball. A month ago. It's April 7th now. I played my last game March 4th. It's now April 7th. I just signed an NFL contract with the Carolina Panthers. I'm a Carolina Panther now.
Belief is a strong thing. If you really believe in yourself and you press hard towards something, there's really little that you can't achieve in life within reason. Obviously, I'd love to have been Fabio, but that didn't really work out for me.
I can't believe it's not butter.
if you really truly like put your head to the grindstone and like really just focus on your goals and focus on things that you want to do, you never know what kind of opportunities can open up for you, right? And so in this case, you know, a guy who was, you know, kind of a college transfer, probably not no kind of NBA prospects, you know, in his future or anything like that, decides, you know what? Someone liked me from here. Someone seen me, seen the athleticism. Like, hey, man, what would you do, you know, on the next level? How would that potentially look? And then, you know, the rest is history. Now he's a Carolina Panther. Now, I don't know that he'll make it through rookie minicamp. I tweeted that yesterday. This might be one of those situations where he gets to rookie OTAs or get to OTAs or whatever, and they seen enough and they're just like, you know what? Maybe this isn't going to work. Personally, I would love to see this. I'm not saying necessarily for like long-term success, but if nothing else, man, being 6'9", playing tight end, it really would be everything from an athletic, really not even from an athletic perspective, from a looks perspective, an aesthetic. It would be what you would imagine LeBron would look like in pads, right? Now, clearly, this kid is not LeBron. He's not as physical as LeBron. It's something completely different. But as far as like the height and the physical profile, it's as close as you would get to it. You know, I think the last tight end that we had that was like near this height was probably Rob Gronkowski. Tyler Warren is coming in around that 6'6" area, but like a true 6'8/6'9" height at 250 plus, this could be really interesting to watch, right? Like I said, if nothing else, it'll be a spectacle. I saw a picture of Darius Butler, a guy that used to be a former Carolina Panther, during the Pat McAfee interview where he was standing next to LeBron James. And in my mind, I was thinking like, man, and I actually saved this picture, and I'm glad I saved it because I was going to use it for now, or something like that. I can use it now. I was going to use it for something like this. And I was just thinking to myself like, man, if Bron really would have went to the league, man, he would have absolutely dominated. Like if he could take hits, which we know he was Mr. Football in Ohio during his, I think, freshman or sophomore season or whatever like that. But if it could have transitioned to the NFL, man, he would have been something special. So like I said, if nothing else, this will be really cool to watch during training camp just to kind of see, you know, what this could potentially look like. So let me know what you think. I'm interested. I'm super interested. This would be really cool. Like I said, it's a move. It's one of those things that's like, you know, I know a lot of people are making jokes about like, you know, oh, they got Bryce another weapon. Somebody made like a montage of Bryce throwing the ball and then him like getting rebounds or dunking or whatever like that. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't take it that serious. I will say this though, like I don't think we're necessarily devoid of weapons. I'm going to eventually speak about what I feel about the Xavier Legette situation and whether or not he's a number one receiver and what we should do in the draft a lot moving forward before the draft comes up. So we're not going to talk about that right now. But I don't think that this is one of those situations where they're truly looking like, okay, this guy could really be something. Like, no, you got Tommy Tremble, you got Jatavian Sanders, and you got an opportunity to draft someone coming out of college with a lot more production, with actual production and not just, you know, the traits. But who knows? You know, George Fant was brought in to be a tight end, turned out to be an offensive lineman. He's had a pretty solid career so far. So it can happen. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But again, let me know what you think. If you want to know what my thoughts are about what we could do in the draft, click this video up here about what I think about Jalen Walker and how he could potentially be a superstar for the Carolina Panthers. Or click one of the other videos that YouTube recommends. Till next time, y'all, keep pounding.